Hey guys, Shot the Monkey here. So as promised, I'm going to bring you the review of the He-51, which is going to be the first in the series that I announced just the other day, where I cover the German fighter line from the He-51 down to the Blohm Voss P.215.02. It's going to be the first of that series, starting with the He-51 at Tier 2, and then we'll have the Focke-Wulf 159 and the He-112 coming up for you at some point in the near future, because I already have those unlocked. From there, the progress might slow down a bit, but hey ho, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, He-51. What do you need to know about it if you're just getting into this aircraft? Well, first of all, with it being Tier 2 and a biplane, the main kind of attribute this aircraft has going for it, along with most of the biplanes you run into at Tier 2, is of course its manoeuvrability. The airspeed and altitude performance are both lacking, but they are two factors that will improve as we go further down this line, because those are the two things that the Germans tend to focus on, and you'll start taking it to manoeuvrability later on. Survivability is quite low, only has 110 hit points, isn't that resistant to damage, but is reasonably resistant to fire, as it says there, and you only have a gun armament score of 2 because you just have the 2 forward-firing machine guns, which are mounted here, just above the engine cowling. With regards to how it handles in flight, this aircraft does not perform vertical manoeuvres that well. If you try and climb to engage anybody, unless you can quickly level the aircraft out, you will drop speed and stall quite soon. This, I expect, is going to be a problem with most aircraft at low tier because, well, this works off historical factors, of course, is that engines weren't that powerful back then, and while the aircraft were lighter than most of their World War II, later war counterparts, they're still, aircraft are not, lightweight things. So if you do take this thing into the vertical, do expect to drop a lot of airspeed or potentially stall out quite quickly, so you want to keep an eye on your airspeed at all times when you are manoeuvring in the vertical. With regards to horizontal manoeuvrability, it's nothing amazing because of course you are in, a tier with plenty of other options for Tier 2 biplanes to run into. Those are just two examples, premium ones specifically, but the two that I've got, along with nearly every other tech tree aircraft, is going to be a biplane as well. So while your manoeuvrability is exceptional compared to aircraft that you might meet in Tier 3, at Tier 2 you're all kind of in the same boat with on par manoeuvrability. So if you want to beat people in manoeuvring fights, you're either going to have to rely on equipment to do it, or pilot skills if you choose to keep the aircraft that long and use it afterwards. Outside of that, what else do you need to know? Well, as you can see here, not many equipment upgrade slots, not many consumable upgrade slots. You can only get those two that are currently knocked here by getting the specialist configuration, which you achieve by destroying 30 enemy aircraft. Those are players, 30 enemy players in aircraft, and then 15 air defense aircraft, which are the aircraft that spawn around points when they've been captured and held by your team, or in this case, to destroy the enemy teams. With regards to the tech tree, as you can see here, not really too much to upgrade. There's only one engine upgrade, one airframe upgrade, and one machine gun upgrade. The only one you need to get to go onto the Tier 3 aircraft is the machine gun upgrade, so you can ignore both the engine and the airframe, as far as I'm aware they are just for the He-51. No, the engine upgrade is compatible also with the AR-65, which is one of the other Tier 2s, which is the one just here that moves into the 109 tech tree. So if you want to have the engine upgrade unlocked already for the AR-68, you can research it here. You can also get it on the AR-65 as well. It's this engine here, but again, it's optional. It's not required to get all the aircraft unlocked. You only need the engine just here. So yeah, really short upgrade path. There's not a whole lot you need to worry about. You can just do what I did originally, which is just get the guns and then go on the XP out for the Tier 3. It's a reasonably quick grind. It's Tier 2. Experience is pretty easy to come by, and you don't need a whole lot of it to get modules and aircraft. With that being said, as you can see here, for service of consumables, I've gone for fire extinguisher. You don't get an option to put universal ammo in this thing, because if you did, I certainly would. But out of the options that you have in this slot between increased income, fire extinguishing, and crew healing, I've put fire extinguisher on this, because putting out fires is better than option than crew healing, in my opinion. Also because, yeah, it's just, I'd like to have something that helps me fix my wings or my tail control when it gets damaged, because I've seen that happen to this aircraft quite a bit, but you don't get that option, so you've got to make the best of what you got. Right, with all that out of the way, I think that's all I need to cover. I'll let you guys get on with watching the 2 games I've got lined up for you, and yeah, thanks very much, and I'll see you next time.
You are approaching the front line. Off we go. taken control of the airfield. The enemy is about to win. Push harder. Receiving reports about rapidly deteriorating weather conditions. Support will be unable to reach you. Do you read me? Over. You've done what you could. Go back to base. You are approaching the front line. Off we go. We've taken control of the airfield. Hang in there. You'll soon be cut off from support. I say again, support will not be available. We cannot support you any longer. The storm is too heavy. Do you copy? Over. Way to go! Victory is close. Victory is ours! We're waiting for your return.